Action. Hello everyone. On the class Azure today, we are going to discuss about the most beneficial use of technology in language learning. With so many apps and AI tools available, which one is truly helps a learner master a language? Shall we start with you?
Yes, from my point of view, AI chatbot are the most beneficial technology for language learning. They enable learners to practice speaking anytime without being afraid of making any mistake. According to research published in the Journal of Computer Assisted Learning, AI chatbot reduce foreign language anxiety and provide immediate feedback on grammar and vocabulary. This evidence support review that text is best used for providing a safe environment to fail and learn. Learners can also have different conversation on different topics, making learning more attractive and personalized. What do you think?
Oh, I think that's interesting. But based on my source, I have do a research about a report on educational gamification. The report suggests that apps like Duolingo are better for us to learn. Are better because they use a special reputation for their users. We can also see a lot of examples of gamification in our daily life, such as example like Duolingo, there's app that give their users a points every time they buy a coffee, or a fitness app that every time the person uses a gym, they can also get a point which they can redeem to get a better membership or a good price. Then how about you?
In my point of view, I do believe that virtual reality, or as known as VR, is one of the most beneficial technologies for language learning. According to the ALE journal, virtual reality creates immersive learning environment to help the learner to increase their motivation, confidence, and communication skill. With virtual reality, learners can practice the language in realistic situations, such as ordering food, asking for direction, and also having conversation with other people using another language. They can also learn from their mistakes without feeling embarrassed or afraid. This makes learning more enjoyable and interactive. Um, Other than that, virtual reality is actually a great tool because it gives learners a real-life experience while they moving to learn another language in a very effective way. And how about
That is a very excellent point from you, but I have my own opinion also. In my opinion, online video platforms such as YouTube and Netflix are very powerful tools for language learning because these platforms provide authentic listening purpose and also allowing learners to experience real-life communication. And also, the online video platforms such as YouTube and Netflix also can help us for exploring various accents and expressions used by native speakers. Also, the use of subtitles further enhances learners' comprehensions and helps them to acquire a new words effectively. How about you?
I believe social networking apps like Helga and Handle are one of the most effective tools for language learning. According to a study by Lee in 2016, in language learning and technology, communicating with native speakers online helps learners improve their speaking confidence and intercultural communication skills. This evidence supports my view that technology is most beneficial when it provides learners with authentic, real-world conversation. However, compared to AI chatbots, social networking apps depends on finding active language partners, so learners may not always receive immediate feedback or regular practice. Or not.
Good answer, my friend. But according to my
according to the data that I've collected, it seems the digital writing assistant, such as Grammarly, that are often used by around the world, don't just fix grammar, but they scaffold the entire writing process, which means they give an immediate, actionable feedback, help organize ideas, and encourage creativity, all while ensuring students remain in control of their own voice. This makes writing more accessible, less stressful, and ultimately more effective. Thank you, everyone. Now, let's discuss about everyone idea. Who wants to start first? I would like to start first, sir. Alright, so about the VR, it is indeed such an efficient things to use on learning the technology, which is could bring us benefits. But I would like to ask one thing. Don't you think that some people who have financial problems, like poor people, can't afford the VR headset? So, do you have anything to solve solution?
Thank you. I agree with that cost is a limitation. However, for example, schools or universities can provide shared device or any shared electronic gadget for students. For example, universities can provide shared VR devices, and there are cheaper smartphone-based VR option too as technology developed. VR is not the only solution to improve our language. But then there is also there is many way to for us to afford VR, such as there is an app for students to download our virtual VR in handphone instead of buying a new virtual reality device. Regarding to your opinion, opinion, um, you say that people using writing assistant, right? Digital writing assistant. But what if a student like university student or school student from high school, if they rely too much on digital writing assistant, do you think their own writing skills will improve or become weak? Why?
In my opinion, the thing that I can answer is not we cannot over rely on that thing because digital writing is not for over rely, which means it used as a supportive apps. We use that AI to support us on writing, not to over relying on those apps. So if you say that they will become weaker on their writing, yes, they will become weaker because they use it too much. They don't learn anything from that. So that's why we need to see this app as a supportive app, not over relying. So I would say it depends on people who use it. Alright, thank you for the ADB for your guest opinions. Are there any other opinions from other group members?
Well, I would like to suggest my opinions. Well, recently you talked about AI chatbots, right? Well, I think AI chatbot is really useful for us because it gives us so many ideas to do assignments, research, and also doing like managing our timetable or also studies. But in my opinion, what if the users use the AI chatbots too much and become so dependent, so AI dependent?
Alright. I understand about your concern. However, AI should be used as a learning tool, not as a replacement for student or work. In language learning, AI can help learners practice grammar, improve vocabulary, and develop just speaking and writing skills. It allows students to practice conversation, ask questions, and listen feedback without feeling afraid of making mistakes. For assignment, AI can help students by suggesting better sentences, structure, correcting previous errors, and giving ideas to improve their writing. However, students should still print their own assignment, their own answer, and use AI only as a guidance. By using AI responsibly, learners can improve their language skill while completing their assignment more effectively.
Can get for your points.
So, Adi, why do you think Duolingo is the most beneficial technology for language learning compared to other tools like the chatbot or VR?
Well, I think Duolingo is a better app for learning because that contains so many foreign language that we can learn, such as Spain, France, and also and other language that we don't get in our country. And I also think that Duolingo give their users daily motivation to keep their going to do their language assignment or maybe activities. By doing that, I think the players can get so many information and learn other language. This also can help them to find a job when they are going to overseas. So I think Duolingo is much better than AI chatbots, in my opinion. Prof of us has reached our agreement that AI chatbots is the most beneficial use of technologies.
Yes.
Well, how about you, Asha? Do you have do you have another opinion to express?
Yes, I do. Well, one,
Yes.
I agree that idiom and phrases are great for listening practice. But how can learners develop their speaking confidence if they don't actively communicate?
Alright, thank you for your questions. I agree with your opinion that communication is very important, but listening is the first step in language learning because it helps learners to understand the pronunciation, the sentence patterns, and also the natural flow of the language. In addition, Netflix and YouTube can expose learners to real-life conversation by using different accents and cultural context, allowing the users to gain a deeper understanding of how the language used naturally. Do you understand with my opinion?
Yes, I do understand.
Alright. So Hasha, just now you talked about the apps like HelloTalk, right? But don't you think the using of apps like HelloTalk can give the inconsistent by learning partners? Because some users may not be serious about the language exchange. Do you have opinions about my questions?
I do. Okay, well, basically, I agree with your question and your opinion about that. But, however, I think social networking apps like Talk and Nando go one step further because learners can actually interact with native speakers instead of just listening. Okay, and I know that videos are excellent for listening skills, but communication is a two-way process. So with that, um, learners can actually interact with native speakers instead of just listening. Social networking apps allow learners to respond, ask questions, and receive real replies, which helps develop their speaking skills. That's all from me.
Thank you, Harsha, for your opinion just now. So I think that is the end of our good discussion. So do you guys have any conclusions for our discussion today?
Based on our group discussion earlier, all of us has decided that the final choices are going to be AI-driven chatbots. The reason we choose AI-driven chatbots is because it has the most beneficial use because they combine the benefits of personalized feedback, accessibility, and also a safe speaking practice, which truly reflects all the criteria that we need for our discussion today. So that's all from our group. Thank you. Dali. Oh, gila. Nah, sudah.
Drama.
Nah, dia buat tak kena.